Hello, and welcome to Writer Wednesdays with Sara. I'm Sara R. Turnquist, multi published clean historical romance author, and someone who struggles with a mood disorder. And so I want to talk about the close of 2024 and the beginning of 2025 as I address how I'm managing my mood disorder with my writing and creativity. First, I apologize for the somewhat unintentional hiatus. It seems that the year ended with my family a bit under the weather, and the start of the year was just super busy with travel and planning and all of the things. I've also started to learn what life is like with flare ups from fibromyalgia. The pain and the intense fatigue have plagued me the last month and has really slowed my writing progress. I'm sure those of you that struggle with chronic pain and a mood disorder can understand. As you well know, not only do creatives need the time to actually put the words on the paper, but we need time to ruminate, to be inspired, and to be rested. It is rather difficult to create when we're worn out and just weary to the bone. I know that you know what I'm talking about. So, all of that has led to me being very busy and very overwhelmed. But I've come to this place of realization. See, I plan out my writing projects and schedule self deadlines and then arrange my editors accordingly. It's always been good for me to have that positive pressure, and it keeps me honest with myself, right? And my progress. Well, because I anticipated getting so much work done in November with the Rough Draft Challenge, which some of you know that I took on a alternative to the normal November writing challenge with Heart Breathing's Rough Draft Challenge. However, just November is a rough month for that with the holidays and coming up and all of that. But so I had planned on getting a lot done in November so that surely by the end of December, I would be well done with the manuscript. So I was stressing and rushing and laying on guilt for not being farther along. And then I realized there is no benefit to pushing and stressing myself out. Not only will the content that I create not be quality content as far as my words, but there's just really no sense in it. I can shift my editor deadlines in most cases. I really hate to do that. I want to keep deadlines with myself, but in some cases, it's necessary and prudent. But there was no upside to pushing myself and laying on those layers of guilt in this case. In addition to physical challenges, creative challenges, the limiting of the daylight started to pull on my mood. And I also developed ocular migraines in addition to the chronic migraines that I suffer and have been able to manage very well. But bringing on this new type of migraine added a whole nother dimension to that. It made me wary of using the happy light that I use to help kind of combat the seasonal affective disorder and the gloominess of the days around that time. So I'm also trying to find a balance with that, the balance between using the happy light to get the benefits for my mood, but also not use it to the point that I'm risking a migraine, ocular or regular migraine. All in all, it's been a bit. And 2025 continues to add on struggles in various ways. But I really want to be able to pause, to be present, to enjoy my friends and family as I'm able. So I'm taking some time to really think through all the things that are on my plate and what absolutely has to be there and what can shift. because I need the space. We all need that space, especially as creatives, we need the space. And as those who suffer from mood disorders, we need the space for rest and just rejuvenation and all of those things. So that feeds into the beginning of planning for 2025. What goals am I setting? How can I take what I'm experiencing now and what I'm learning from it and incorporate that into my expectations, my rhythms, my routines for 2025? I am hopeful about the year, and I'm hopeful about this slower pace and this more forgiving, grace filled pace that I'm taking with myself and trying to be kind to myself. I've heard that so many times and always said, yeah, that's a great idea for someone else. I really cannot express how much that alone has contributed to helping lift my mood. Just being kind and giving myself the space to make mistakes, the space to take extra time, the space to be creative, the space to have a bad day. It's all so very important. And so I encourage you to do the same. I do hope that in this review of these past couple months, you can relate in some way and it can help you see a little bit of light. As always, I hope there's some truth you can glean from my struggle and my story and how I'm processing all the things. I am also praying and hoping for you as we move into this new year. We're a month into this new year by now. There are likely many of you who are grieving and struggling, and I see you. I am you. If you are enjoying this content and enjoy hearing from me and hearing how I'm managing my struggles, please subscribe so that you can be notified when a new video goes out. Until then, blessings to you and yours.